Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Yatah Sarvani Bhutani Pratibhanti Titani Cha Yatreva Pasamam Yanti Tasmai Satyatane Namaha. ज्ञातः ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभू कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। सुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ॐ वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। जोग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। योग वशिष्ठ, last part of Nirvana Prakaran, and 18th chapter we were discussing how innumerable worlds are intermingled and existing in the mind of everyone. All these are mental cases. Mental cases. So yesterday we had discussed so much. It is just like 3-4 examples Vasistha ji gave to Ramji for understanding. Just as the oil is saturated in the seed of the oil, the oil seed, say sunflower seed, there is oil in it, or the mustard seed, or gingerly seed. Oil is there, we don't see the oil, but oil, when we press it, then we get the oil. So in this way, when we analyze, when we discuss mentally, or we contemplate over, then we see how all these worlds are intermingled and they are existing in a confusing way. That is what we call Maya or illusion. Illusion. It is not clear. Nothing is clear here, because everything is within the other. Just as we saw, the many trees of the past and future are present in one seed. That also, that example also we discussed yesterday. And just as the the reflections, different reflections are seen in one reflection because of many mirrors or many lenses or many lights. If you are sitting somewhere and 3-4 different types of lights are there, you will have your reflections, your shadows. Within shadows, in different way you will see your shadows because of light, different lights. In this way, because of our thinking, because of the existence of illusory worlds, they look so confusively, so you see, mingled with each other. It is very hard to understand unless and until we see it properly, analytically, and having some examples, getting some guidance from others. Unless and until we discuss it mentally or among ourselves, we cannot understand the reality of it. That is how, that is why it is said, first of all you have to hear and then remind it, remember it again and again, whatever you have heard. And you have to contemplate over whatever you have heard. And then when the conclusion comes out, then you have to meditate on it. Then it becomes yours, or else it is borrowed from others. It is not your knowledge. It is not your knowledge. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Pustaka gata ya vidya parahastagatam dhanam karyakale samudpanne nasa vidya natadhanam. The theories or the knowledge what is there in the book, it is not yours. It is not yours. Bookish knowledge is not your knowledge. It is just information. At the time of need, you are unable to use it. It is not yours. It belongs to the book. Similarly, the wealth, whatever is there in others' hand, you cannot use, though it is borrowed from you. You cannot use it at the time of need. At the time of need, you never can use it because it is in others' hands. So it is not yours, though you have given it to him to get back. It is not yours. I have given my pen to you. You needed it to write something. But when you are writing something, if I need to write something, can I get it? No. It is not mine. And you see, according to subtle rules of conduct, if I have given a pen to you, you are writing something, you asked me, Swamiji, can you give me your pen? Yes, I said, yes, take it. And if you kept it here, without giving me back, just kept it. And if I take it back without your permission, that is theft. The subtle law of conduct says it is theft. Your pen, it is taken by others, and if without permission of the other, if you have taken it back, claiming it is my pen, it is not good conduct. You have to take permission and then get back. Such is the subtle laws of good conduct. I mean the knowledge or the wealth what is not with you, within you, in your pocket, in your mind, it is not yours. It is bookish knowledge, it is others' wealth, it will not be helpful to you at the time of need. So what is said, Sravan Manan Nididhyasan, first hear, then contemplate it thoroughly well again and again, and then meditate on it. When you are established in it, that becomes yours, or else it is not yours. Now coming to today's same subject, how there are so many universes intermingled in this, where? In our mind only. Your space, your space, your time, your conditions, situations are your mental state. Time also. Your time is different from my time. Your European time, Indian time differs from each other. Japanese time different from each other. Your time setup in the mind is different from my setup of time, isn't it? Some students, they go on reading up to night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and they will sleep in the morning hours up to 10 o'clock. Their timing is, their daytime is different. And some, they sleep at 9 and they will get up at 3 or 4 and they will do all the things, his own day-to-day works in the early hours, morning hours. So time setup of the mind differs from each other. Conditions, situations, space, everything differs. Every two is different from each other. So in this way, innumerable worlds are existing in our mind. There is no space, there is no time, there is no universe, it is your mind. Can you agree? You are to agree, you have to agree. You are bound to agree because all these proofs, examples, and conclusions, and then you will have the question, what about our visible world around us? What is that? It is your mind. It is your mind, my dear. Yesterday or day before yesterday also we discussed the beautiful rose flower is so beautiful flower for you. You smell it and keep it in water pot. But for a caterpillar, the insect, for it is delicious food. It is not a flower. It is not concerned with its smell. It is a beautiful, delicious food for it. So this is how concept differs and your world differs. Your mother is wife of your father. She is not mother of your father. See how the concept differs. That's how we behave with our world around us. Behavior differs. So this is how the worlds are your mental creation. This tree, so beautiful, and it is not tree beauty for the cows or the elephants, for the goats. It is food. So now we shall see how these worlds are there again and again. यद्यपि वे सब कल्पना मात्र सार होने से असत्य रूप ही है, अतः कहीं इधर उधर नहीं उड़ाए जाते, तथापि वे उन तत् जीवों के भाग्य रूप अपने अपने स्वर्ग, नरक, पृथ्वी आदि लोकों में उनका दृढ़ भाव होने के कारण एवं सुख दुख आदि भोगों को क्रिया में समर्थ होने के कारण सत्य रूप ही हैं, क्योंकि उनको सत्यता के संपादक अधिष्ठान चिदंश तो सर्वगामी ही है। इसलिए हे रघुनंदन, जिस तरह मेरी दृष्टि से श्रवण आदि अर्थ क्रिया में समर्थ मेरे सामने आप सत्य रूप दिखाई देते हैं, उसी तरह ये भी दिखाई देते हैं। जस्ट नाउ वी डिस्कस्ड इट, हाउ इट लुक्स टू बी ट्रू, हाउ इट बिकम्स ट्रू। द ट्री इज a tree and we behave with it. It is an object, we say it is a tree, it is a flower, it is my portrait of my Guruji, so I worship it. I don't worship the tree, but the portrait I worship because it gives the idea of my Guru. So in this way, whatever we see around us, we behave as differently, but as truth. It is true, that is true. You are sitting before me, I am sitting before you. Do you think I am a ghost or a picture? No. For true body and some being true. Do you think it is false? Swamiji, false Swamiji is sitting before you? No. It is truth. But how it became truth? How it became truth? That is what we have to see analytically. See, everything becomes real when it is repeated again and again. Many examples we have seen, and now also we shall see. See, some water. Do you see it water or what? Vapor? Water. Or do you see oxygen in it? No. Hydrogen? No. Do you see snow in it? No. How it is water? But analytically if you see, this is also ice, this is also hydrogen and gas, this is also vapor, everything is this. So when the oxygen and hydrogen, they get together in a particular chemical way and they get the form of the vapor, and then when it solidifies because of some condition, temperature conditions, then it becomes water, and again it becomes ice. And if the snow is suppressed under earth or somehow for long time, it becomes charcoal also. And that charcoal again takes the form of diamond. See whether it is water or diamond. What you take to be true, how do you understand it? It depends upon time, situations and conditions. Time, space and conditions. It changes. The same thing changes to be different thing. So what you see as a human being, as a Swami Premanand here, it is the result of long transformations and modifications through time, space and conditions. It is not so, but it appears to be true for the present. But in future there will not be any Premanand here before you. You will be sitting here. Premanand is evaporated in the sky. After say 2, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, as you like. 100 years? Yes. So nobody is permanent here. No object is constant here. It goes on changing, modifying, transforming, just like the energy. Every energy gets modified, transformed into other, just like the waves. One wave is changed to be the other. One wave gives rise to the other wave. In this way, the whole creation, what we see, now it is true before me. It is the truth, it is a clock. It was not a clock sometimes ago. It was some metals or something different. And now it has become, it is assembled in a particular way by particular persons, and then it has become this, taken the shape of the clock. It is not the clock. In the future also it will not remain as a clock. So don't believe the present identity, whatever is before you. So now you will have the complicated question. Can you put a question very complicated? Yes? हाँ, पानी में भी नहीं छोड़ूंगा.
तो आप बोले एवापोरेट होंगे तभी तो पानी में छोड़ेंगे नहीं.
अरे भीमा, मेरे को ये ले लो. भीमा, कटोरी चाहिए भाई, इसमें थोड़ी पीता हूँ मैं. हाँ, पानी में नहीं छोड़ूंगा तो क्या हो गया? हाँ, पानी में नहीं छोड़ूंगा, डायमंड में छोड़ूंगा. आपको डायमंड बना करके छोड़ूंगा, पानी में नहीं छोड़ूंगा. द लास्ट consequence. It started from gas, and it ended in diamond, and again diamond is going to be evaporated. You know, in Jupiter, the clouds are made up of uh, gas. When the diamonds evaporate, the clouds, and it rains diamond, and the moment it touches the Jupiter surface, it evaporates again, it becomes cloud. This cycle goes on in Jupiter. It never rains water. Yes, and you know, in Assam, India, East India, sometimes the clouds rain fishes and small tortoise. Yes, they come out from this ocean and they remain in the cloud, and when cloud is about to rain, they fall down. See? जी जी जी. So in this way, whatever you are seeing before you, it is not so. It is either modified or transformed, or it is in the course of time or in the course of its process, it is made like this, and it will not remain as this in future. It was not like this in past. You are not so before 10 years ago, and you will not be so after 20 years. So, don't believe your visible world. This is how it is not true. Understood now? Can you disbelieve your world? Your visible world, can you disbelieve? No. Though we discuss so much logically, analytically, with proofs, scientific proofs, yet we don't believe it. Why? Because we are habituated. Our habit is very strong to believe what we see first time. That creates a strong impression in our mind. The first vision, first hearing appears as the truth. And then of course it gets mingled up with different ideas and things. But yet, this is how our habit, because of habit, we take for granted whatever we see before us. It is the truth. This is the truth. But man of wisdom, wise people, they don't believe this world. They don't believe this world. Yes?
When we dream, in our dreams, everything seems so all real, right? We feel also, sometimes we get scared of things, we get petrified. So if that is not real, this world is not real. Where exactly? Why?
What is real?
Yeah.
Yes. This is the question. At present, this is the question. What is then real? If everything is changeable, everything is subject to change, then what is reality? Reality never changes. Now you are a human being. After 5 minutes you become a lion, and after 10 minutes you become a cow. So what are you? What is the truth? What is the truth? Truth is never changing. Whatever changes, it is not the truth, it is falsehood. Isn't it? This is what we know. Whatever changes, it is not true, not real. Whatever doesn't change, that is real. Isn't it? And that changes also is subject to time, space and conditions. This is really a vowel, isn't it? But after 100 years, it will not be a vowel. It will be thrown out, it will be under recycling, it will become something else. So, because it is changing slowly, we take it for truth. You see, when you dream, in the dream, dream is true. As long as you are in the dream, dream appears to be true. And in the dream, you eat, drink, talk, and do everything. And that appears to be truth, real, as long as you are in the dream. The moment you get up from the dream, oh, it is false. Why? It remained for short time. And I will tell you, if our waking state becomes 1 hour and dream becomes 20 hours, and in between little sleep or something, if waking become 1 hour and dream becomes 20 hours, the dream will appear before you as the truth, that a dream life is real life. And your so-called waking state at that time, it will appear as a dream. Dream means short staying and changing phenomena. That is called dream, daydream, mental dream. So dream means a changing, quickly changing phenomena. And that belongs to mind also. Without mind you cannot dream. And waking state also, we are now in waking state. Our mind is only working. Isn't it? Yes.
In this perceivable world, when we are awake, we are getting data from from our surroundings to form pictures. But from where exactly the dreams come? There are so many things which are not perceivable.
Yes, everything I told you, don't forget it, everything belongs to mind. Mind is gross mind, and then subtle mind or decisive mind is called intellect, and still subtle intellect, it is more effective and very calm and quiet. It can decide things, it whatever decides, then the impressions are stored in the subconscious mind, and those impressions again come out to the surface of the mind. It wants to modify. This is our life. Everything goes on multiplying. Multiplication is the law of nature and our life. Everything multiplies. Whatever you know that grows, growth is the law of nature. Everything grows. So this is the process also. This is the process of our life's evolution. Every moment we are changing, we are growing, we are advancing. Advancing means changing. Advancing means growing. In one direction we grow, the other direction we decay. When you are working, you are going near your aim, object, your goal, and you are going distant, far away from your past. You are advancing in the future and going away from past. This is our life. So what to believe, what not to believe? If everything is subject to change, what to believe then? We have to believe. We are believing everything, all these false nonsense. Everything we believe to be true. This is our life. But really speaking, the reality never changes. Can you disagree to it? The reality, the truth never changes. So whatever never changes, that is reality. That is we call in some terms God or truth or the substratum, the super personality, Purushottam, Paramatma, the Supreme Self. We term it something as something, but it is something else. I call you by your name, but you are not the name. Name is a sound. It has a relationship. It indicates you. Name is not you. Similarly, whatever term we use for the truth is not that, but it is indicated by that. See, when I showed some beautiful bird sitting on that tree, will you look at my finger or at the bird? You have to look at the bird, beautiful bird sitting on the tree. If you look at my finger, you will not get the reality. Similarly, all these language and terms and figures, all these are indicative, it shows the truth. But we don't go to such depth. We just swim in the surface water. We don't know what is there in the bottom. If you go to the bottom, you will find so many jewels, so many pearls and diamonds, they are lying under the bottom. That's how one should be always thoughtful, always analytical, always watching the mind, what is it thinking, how it is working. Then only you can go to the depth of the mind. And all these, whatever we do, all these impressions or memories are accumulated in the subconscious mind, and the work is to multiply. It will be collected, again it will become brought out and multiply. Again it will be stored. This is how, just as the farmer does farming, it sows the seeds and multiplies the seeds and enjoys some after harvesting, and then keeps some seeds for the future farming. In this way our life also goes on. This is what is explained in Gita. Kshetrajna, the knower of the field. This body is the field, and the soul is a farmer, and the seeds are, original seeds are brought from the source and that is multiplying everywhere, modifying. Just as the flower seeds, we make it hybrid, modify it. We have a leaf culture, flower culture, leaf culture, petal culture. We change the color of the flowers and roots also grafting. We make so many changes in farming. Similarly, the original seed is one and it is spread out everywhere and it is getting modified and transformed, and your seed is different from my seed. Now it has become away from each other in the course of time. So now what we see around us is not the truth. It was not so before. It will not be so in future. Then how can we rely on it? You are one day a small baby and one day you will become so old, unable to walk, bedridden. So what are you? That's how the great thinkers have said this life is just like the hilly river. In 1 hour it overflows by the rainwater and after 1 hour it dries up. Hilly river. Similarly, our life is, within short time we bloom like a beautiful flower and next moment fade away. How can you believe? It is not the truth. So what is the truth? The truth is behind everything. The picture is not the truth, but the background is the truth. It never changes. It has no color. It is ever existing. That is called truth. Behind us, there is something which is called truth. One day you are a small baby, and one day you will become old man. Okay? But you are always present. So your existence is never changing. Understood? That is what we called it Sat, the truth. Truth never changes. You never changed, but your body changed. So, what are you? Who are you? That is to be found out. Unchanging truth. You are the truth. You are one day present when you are a small baby. When you are in the womb of the mother, there also you were present. And after death also you will be present. Your presence cannot be destroyed. So presence is the truth. And you are aware that you exist. That awareness never changes. You are aware that you are a baby. You are aware that you are a young man. You are aware that you are going to die. After death also you are aware that I have died. Your awareness is never changed. So that is called knowledge, awareness, consciousness, awareness. Sat, Chit. And you are satisfied, you are contented, you are quite quite happy with your knowledge of your existence. If you lose yourself, you will be nowhere. And this is when grossly experienced, we don't want to die. This is gross experience. I don't want to lose myself. I should be always present because I have identified myself wrongly I have accepted this body to be myself, so at the time of death I don't want to die. That creates fear. I don't want to die. Why? Because I am the body, but it is not so. This fear is because of ignorance only, fear of death. If you understand and experience you are the existence only, the experiencier of the body and all these, the seer of witness of all these, then you will never be afraid of anything. Rejoice, jump with joy all the time. You are the absolute existence, you are the absolute knowledge, you are the absolute contentment, that is called bliss. Such is Anand, that is the truth, and all other things, every other phenomena is subject to change. We cannot rely upon this. Because of habit, because of repeated thinking, this has become truth for us. This is what he wants to clarify. Vasistha is telling Rama, "Oh Rama, यद्यपि वे सब कल्पना मात्र सार होने से असत्य रूपी हैं, अतः कहीं इधर उधर नहीं उड़ाए जाते हैं." These worlds what we are discussing, they are intermingled, innumerable worlds are there, but that is really not there. It is only in the way of thoughts in your mind only. You think, just as you think this world is true, so also if this world, your visible world is true, then many other innumerable worlds are true. Because you don't see, you cannot claim that they are not there. Do you see what is behind the mountain? Do you see? But you believe something is there. For example, the moon, the full moon rises on the top of that mountain. Okay? Do you think the moon comes out from the womb of the mountain? Never so. There is distance between the moon and the mountain top, isn't it? You believe it. How do you believe it? Do you see it? You believe what is not there, what is not visible there. Whatever is not visible to you, yet you believe. So why don't you believe what you don't see? Have you seen God with this eyes? No. You have seen? Your eyes are false. How can you see by these eyes? These are only vibratory process. That is called seeing. Vibratory process, when the waves of the form come to your eyesight and vibrates the retina, etc., that also vibrates the nerves, and that goes to the brain. Brain cells are vibrated. One vibration gives rise to the other vibration. It is only a process. There is nothing, you don't see anything. How can you see God? God is invisible, but He is the reality. You don't see the distance between the hilltop and the mountain. You believe it. You cannot disbelieve. There is distance. Space is there, but you don't see it. but you are bound to believe it. The moon cannot get up from the mountain top. This way, your inner sense, that is called sambit. Sambit means your experiential knowledge, your heart says it is the truth, which never changes, which is never seen by these eyes. Yet you have to believe. You are bound to believe God. You cannot get away. I don't leave you. That plaster. I will arrest you. You are bound to believe. The distance between the mountain top and the moon. Anyway, he says, all these, whatever we see around us as the visible world, we think it to be true, but it is not true. And so also is the case with our universes, creations, innumerable creations, what we discussed. It is there in the mind only. Just as we see so many different worlds in the dream. What you don't believe, you see in the dream. You fly in the dream. Can you fly? You go across the ocean in the dream by swimming. Everything is possible in the dream. So here also this is a long dream. This is how the great wise people, they sing. Nothing exists, nothing belongs to me. I have neither body nor mind. Immortal self am I. All this world is false. All this is jugglery, magic. Do you believe magic so? The magician shows something. See, I shall show you some magic. What is this? Coin? Huh? Do you believe it?
Yes.
It is in my hand. Okay? Okay? Where has it gone? So what we believe is not true. It is here. So this is like magic here, whatever we see, for a moment only. It is not reality. Don't believe. Don't believe me. I don't believe you. Then why we are assembled here? What is the purpose? What is the consequence? To know that our presence is, so-called presence is false. That's why we are here. Okay? He says, all these worlds are, they are false, but because you strongly believe it, so you feel the life here and your death. After death you feel your heaven and hell. Almost all the religion, they believe life after death. And they concorrate some ideas after death. What happens? Your after death life is different from mine. I believe something else, you believe something else. So just like your world is different from my world, So your inner, subtler worlds are different from my worlds. They are only mental cases, mental lunatic. Lunatic, it is mental case. Mental case means madness. Okay? When mind doesn't work properly, then it is called madness. And all these also, this heaven and hell, and this earth, and our solar system, our earthly life, and all these happiness and sufferings, pleasure and pain, our relations, kith and kins, our family, our so-called patriotic ideas, I am Indian, गर्व से बोलो हम हिंदू हैं, all these are mental case only. Neither you are Japanese, nor I am Indian. We are the absolute truth that cannot be denied. Yes. ये सुख आदि भोगों की क्रिया में समर्थ होने के कारण सत्यरूपी हैं. As long as we enjoy pleasure and pain, it appears to be true. The moment we go beyond it, our mind stops thinking in this way, habitual way. We go beyond mind and intellect, beyond your storehouse subconscious mind. When all these stop, all these drama stop, then you know what is the stage on which all this drama is going on. The drama is a drama. It comes and you see, you enjoy it, and after 2-3 hours it is gone. So this is how this world, sometimes it appears to be truth, and then if you go to the depth of its meaning and its a reality, then it appears to be false. Both way. It is real also, timingly truth, and changing truth, so it is false also. इसलिए हे रघुनंदन, जिस तरह जैसे मेरी दृष्टि से श्रवण आदि अर्थ क्रिया में समर्थ मेरे सामने अब सत्य रूप दिखाई देते हैं, उसी तरह भी ये दिखाई देते हैं. So Vasistha ji is telling Ram, "Oh Ram, just as you are sitting before me and I am thinking that you are truth, you are real Ram, and I am Vasistha, similarly all these worlds are truth also. Because of habit, because of repeated thoughts, it appears to be true. And what is in our relative world, relative life, what we think is to be true. You see, whatever we enjoy by our senses, that we take for granted as truth. In our relative life, in our changing life, whatever we enjoy by our senses, 10 senses, 5 senses of work, actions, and 5 senses of knowledge, eyes, ears, etc. All these 10 senses, they do the action, and as a reaction we reap something, we get something, and we enjoy it as pleasure or pain. That is called our life, and accordingly we take it to be true. That is what we know as the truth. Our surrounding visible world is truth for us, because we eat, drink, see, hear, and we get pleasure or pain out of it. That's how our life is made. But reality is something else, and in waking state also you either enjoy or you suffer. In dream also you enjoy and suffer. In dream also you fall down from the mountain and weep and go to the hospital. And last night also we took all those ghosts to the hospital. Their horns were broken, isn't it? And yesterday we built such a big, nice ashram, swastika ashram we built. So all these are true, and yet everything is subject to pleasure and pain. And pain and pleasure, they change, so this is not the truth. Okay? Can you accept it? It is not forced to accept. Only when you contemplate again and again and discuss in your mind and think it is true, then you should accept. By force, nobody should accept anything. That is not the good conduct. That is not the rule. Nobody is forced. Everybody is free. You must enjoy your freedom, and your freedom is limited. I was telling you yesterday, your freedom is within your limits. If you cross your limit, enter to the other's periphery, then others will be bound to enter your areas and your freedom is gone. That means if you cross your limit will be crossed by others. So freedom means to be in the limits. Okay? सामने स्थित प्राण रूप नदी के बेग में प्रतिबिंबित नगरों की तरह वासना मात्र होने से अनाविर्भूत तथा आविर्भूत हुए ये अनेक जगह इधर उधर पहुँचाए जाते हैं और नहीं भी पहुँचाए जाते हैं. He gives another example, the reflections of the beautiful city on the bank of the river, the lights and the buildings, all those are reflected in the water. And as the water flows, those beauties also flows. So whether it is constant or changing, both way. When the object is seen, that is constant, but the reflection appears as if it is flowing away, but yet it is remaining there. What to speak of those reflections? Bright example is before you. Do you see Ganga? Ganga you see? Ganga? River Ganga? Here? Is it always present here? Come on. It is ever changing, yet it is ever present. What is present and what is changing?
The river is there, the water is changing.
What do you call river? River is constant. Without water, is there any river? So it is only ideas, and we take some ideas to be correct and some ideas to be wrong. That's all. Ganga is ever present, perennially, eternally present here, but yet it is ever flowing. Water is changing, but yet water is present here. This is how this world is. Ever changing, and yet it is this world. So many generations have gone. If you see the history, our Stone Age, then comes Metal Age, then comes here now the machine age, everything machinery, and now computer age. Now digital age. We are changing, but world is there. Ever changing world is ever existing. Ever changing Ganga is ever existing here. Similarly, this world is. As you think, so it appears before you. If you think it is true, it appears as truth for you and for the thinkers, great thinkers, the great wise people. This world doesn't exist at all. It is only mental case. Mental case. It exists for mad people. So now you can find out what are you. Okay. I am giving you the truth. I am not abusing you. I am not praising you. Take out the truth from it. हे राघव, जैसे वायु में स्थित सौगंध इधर उधर से जाते जाते हैं, और वैसे ही प्राणवायु में स्थित आकाशात्मक जगत भी इधर उधर से जाते हैं. He says all these worlds, they are ever moving from one place to other place, from one time to other time, from one situation to the other situation, ever changing by the force of prana. Why he says prana here? We are talking about mind. Just now we said everything is mental case. It belongs to thoughts only. Why he says it is taken away, as it were, by the universal prana. What is prana? Mind also, you should understand what is the relationship between the mind and prana. Mind is nothing but waves, and they are called thoughts, thought waves. Everything is energy. Waves are vibrations, and that is called energy. Energy is seen in different names and forms and different actions. It is ever changing. So changing phenomena is called energy, and that is how mind also is energy. Mental strength you say, willpower you say, that is strength. Strength means mind has got a particular way of working, what we call it willpower, and this mind is nothing but energy. It is thought waves, ever flowing thought waves. And how all these waves are created? You see, energy means one is transferred into the other. That is called energy, because it is ever changing. So one wave is changed to be other wave. So in this way, if mind is a vibratory process, wavy process, then it must be caused by some other waves. So prana also is wind, that is also wavy process. Then only you feel it by touch. So prana gives rise to the mind. The father of mind is prana. When prana vibrates in the brain cells, the waves created in the brain cells, they start flowing. That is called mind. So prana is the source of mind. Understood now? That's why he says prana takes away and flows away, blows away all these universes as it were, helplessly. And just as a small cotton thread flows away in the storm, nobody can help it, helplessly. So also all these worlds are floating in this pranic flow. Nowhere, nobody knows where it goes, where from it comes, nobody knows it. Just as वो क्या कहते हैं उसको, अरे यार, वो जो गिरता उल्का पिंड को क्या कहते हैं? Comets. Some comets come from somewhere, nobody knows. It comes by this way and it goes somewhere, nobody knows. Nobody knows where from it came and where does it go. That's how all these universes, nobody knows where from they appear and where do they disappear. इसीलिए हमको वेद में कहा गया कि यथा पूर्वम, कौन बनाया कब बनाया कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकते हैं। वेद भी बोला कि यथा पूर्वम अकल्पयत, पहले जैसे था, जस्ट एज इट वाज बिफोर. What is the starting point? Nobody knows. And what is the end? Nobody knows. It is beginningless and endless. All these creations and everything. यही कारण है कि तीनों जगत में भ्रम रूप से चित्त में स्पंदन और भेद के रहने पर आत्मा में स्पंदन और भेद नहीं है. This is the reason why, though there is vibrations and changes in the subconscious mind, in intellect, mind and your senses and body, everything, so also in this visible world, yet there is no vibration in the self. Self means the central truth, just as the center of the circle. Center never changes, but it can create innumerable circles around it. Innumerable circles you can draw. In every direction you can draw some circles. But center is center. It is never changing. So center is called self, which is never changing, which is the truth. And though Center never changes. All these worlds, the truth never changes. These worlds go on changing, ever growing, ever decaying. The center never moves. When you draw a circle around the center in your compass, what do you call? Protector. Your pencil, your mark goes on moving, but center is fixed. Similarly, is the self. Self never changes, but the worlds change. घट को देशांतर में पहुंचा देने पर भी जैसे घट के अंतर्गत आकाश में कोई भेद नहीं है, वैसे ही स्पंदनमय चित्त में तीनों जगत का भ्रम रहने पर आत्मा में स्पंदन और भ्रम नहीं है. He gives another beautiful example. We repeat it again and again. See, there is a pot, empty pot kept here. Say this bowel, what is there inside the bowel? Nothing. Air is there, something else also is there. What is that? Space is there, isn't it? So, from here, I took this bowel and kept here. What happened to the space? Did it change? The space inside it, did it change? Huh? Some people come from Delhi and some distant places. They ask me, Swamiji, what shall I bring for you? What do you like? Please tell me, I am coming, I will bring it for you. I need nothing. So what I say, bring 5 kilos of sky, Delhi sky. If you are unable to bring it, then bring your heart. I like your heart. So what happens to the space when the bowel changes space? Neither it changes nor it is constant. It is all the same. Nothing happens to it. Another example I shall give you. You go to some water pond, some lake or some water tank and bring a bucket full of water from there. And while bringing, you saw something, some dirty, something is there. So you went back and poured that water in the same place. And again, you brought some other bucket full of water from the same place. Can you say which water is brought first and which was thrown afterwards and which was taken a second time? Can you identify what water? Similarly, more clear is space. Space never changes. Though all the gross thing changes, the subtlemost space never changes. Similarly, the truth never changes. These words go on changing. Understood now? Even though you break the pot, nothing happens to the space. It doesn't mingle with the outer space. Nothing happens. It remains as it is. So also the case with truth. And our words, it appears to be changing, but the truth never changes. जैसे मृत प्राणियों के प्राण में स्थित जगत संकल्प मात्र होने से असद रूप है, इसी तरह है श्री राम जी, आपका भी यह जगत असद रूप ही है, एकमात्र भ्रांति ही उदित हुई सी है। परमार्थ में तो वह भ्रांति भी न तो नष्ट होती है और न उदित ही होती है, अर्थात सत्व दृष्टि से, तत्व दृष्टि से देखने पर तो वह भ्रांति भी एकमात्र ब्रह्म रूपिणी ही है। Now we shall discuss two other points, very complicated points. You know what is ignorance? No? Do you know? How can you know ignorance? He says, whatever you know, it is your ignorance. Means changing. Changing is falsehood. So what you take for granted to be true, that is changing, so it is not true, so it is false. Do you know what is false? If you know it, it cannot be false. Isn't it? Please think it properly. If you know what is ignorance, that is not ignorance. Ignorance you cannot know. You see, I give always an example. Do you know what is Kuchandram? Kuchandram! Our Kuchandram! Do you know what is Kuchandram? No? It is just a word, just a sound made as a word, Kuchandram, but it is neither any object nor subject nor seen nor not seen. It is something. Nobody knows. You know some bird called, kya naam? Gandabhairav. Gandabhairav. There is a bird. It shouts at the time of dissolution. When the whole creation dissolves, at that time it shouts loudly. It remains in the sky and it lives there and it eats and drinks and lives there for eternity, and it lays its eggs in the sky, and all the children come out from the eggs when the eggs are hatched. Then they also fall down in the sky and fly away in the sky. They also remain in the sky. All their family is in the sky. And when dissolution happens, then they will shout Gandabhairav, terrific sound. Do you know them? Or some imaginary something. Imaginations need no help of time, space and conditions. They are free of all these, unconditional imaginations. So this is how sometimes it appears to be true and sometimes it is false also. So Vasistha says, O Ram, all these words, it appears to be true and sometimes it is false also. It is neither true nor false. You neither know it nor don't know it. Another example we give, you see the boy, your friend, he he used to go to the college every day. And today you want to meet him at college, but he was not present at the class. He was not present. So where shall you go and search for him? He was not found there. He was not present in the class. Where will you go and search? Many places. Maybe you go to the playground. He was a very good sportsman, very good player. So maybe playing cricket, you went to field to see whether he is there. He was not found there. Then where will you go? Oh, he might have gone to hospital, some headache or something. There also he was not found. Then you thought maybe he has gone to his friend's house. He went on changing. You did not find. This is how ignorance works. What is not there, yet it is hoped that it will be there. This is called ignorance. Absence is ignorance. Absence is ever absent. The friend is not found in the college, nor in the playground, nor in the hospital, nor in the cinema theatre, nor at the house. Nowhere he was found. So this is how ignorance works. We think it is there, but it is not found there. This is how ignorance is. Which is not there, yet we think it is there. So today this much, tomorrow we shall see further. जगत और उसकी भ्रांति से दोनों उदित नहीं है। यह तो परमार्थ में निश्चित ही है, अथवा व्यवहार दृष्टि से यदि उदित है तो भी वायु द्वारा किए गए इसे पृथ्वी के तत् भ्रमण परिवर्तन आदि के इसके भीतर बैठे हुए हम लोग ऐसे नहीं देख रहे हैं, जैसे कि नौका में उत्पन्न हो रहे स्पंद को उसके भीतर बैठे हुए मनुष्य नहीं देखते हैं. He gives another beautiful example of the boat. The people sitting in the boat, they don't feel the vibration, the speed of the boat. Say boat or train or plane or car, one who is sitting inside, he never feels the movement. Movement is vibration. But sitting inside, the passenger never feel the speed. And we always see the opposite of it. Say the train is moving fast, but you are sitting fixedly. You never move. So you think when you see out that the trees are moving back, trees, the mountains, they are moving back. But it is not the reality. Similarly, the boat, people who are sitting in the boat, they never know the boat is in the speed. They think they are constant, but the side plants and mountains or objects, they are moving back. In this way, our conception, our understanding, we think this world is true, but it is not true. The opposite we see always because of our moving mind. Mind is moving. That's how this world around us becomes steady. And if the mind becomes steady, then all these will disappear. When you come down from the train, you see nothing is moving. And when you are speeding in the train, you see everything is moving. So this is how the opposite we always experience because of our moving mind. So tomorrow we shall see further. This is how we shall discuss with examples and analysis, everything. We shall see tomorrow. Thank you. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasisthate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Sabda Brahma ki jai. Saraswati Maharani ki jai. Jogavasithji Bhagavan ki jai. Hari Om.